Oh my God. So let me show you guys how I make these hot Cheeto Boudin balls. These are so delicious. You guys gonna love these. It's quick and easy to make. I saw this on TikTok and let me show you how I make them. So first we're gonna start off with the packet of the Cajun smoked Boudin sausages. We're gonna go ahead and slice them open and we're just gonna crumble up the inside into a bowl. So we're gonna go ahead and peel off the casing of the Boudin. So just like that, see the little casing on that? We don't want the casing on it, you guys. We want to peel that off, and then we're just going to go ahead and crumble it up in a bowl just like this. So we're going to get them all in here. We're just going to slice them and continue to get them all in the bowl. Be careful, don't cut yourself. Don't mind me, I'm a professional, so I got this. No. So we're just going to crumble it up just like this. And once we get it all crumbled up, I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. So again, that little casing part, the skin, whatever you call it, you don't want that inside your Boudin balls. So make sure you peel that part off. So once you crumble up your Boudin, this is what it's going to look like in your bowl. We're going to add some mozzarella and cheddar cheese or whatever cheese you like. So just add that into your Boudin crumble. Add that in there. I also add just a little bit of Old Bay to mine. You don't have to, but this is just my own little added recipe, part of the recipe. I like to get that little seafood Cajun taste all the way. So yeah, add a little bit of that. But then after the cheese, you want to come in with some breadcrumbs. Add a nice portion of breadcrumbs so you can get it to form into a meatball like, because we're going to form it into a ball, of course, Boudin ball. So yes, so this is to help it form, and we're going to go ahead and mix it up. You can use your hands, you can use a spoon, however you want to do it, honey. I like to get down and dirty in it, y'all. So I go ahead and use my hands and mix this up really, 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 really good, and so I can go ahead and start making those Boudin balls. This is what it's going to look like once you start forming the Boudin balls. We're going to go ahead and get them ready. And after you make the balls, we're going to go ahead and place them in the refrigerator for about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's go ahead and finish making these Boudin balls. So now that we got the boudins formed into a ball, we're going to go ahead and place them in the fridge for about 20 to 25 minutes. So now we're going to go ahead and start making our hot Cheeto batter for the Boudin balls. So we're going to go ahead and get some hot Cheetos and place them in a Ziploc bag, as well as some hot Cheeto puffs. I'm going to also add those in the Ziploc bag as well. Once we get them in the Ziploc bag, we're just going to go ahead and crush them all the way up. We're just going to crush it, crush it, crush it until it's like a little dust so that we can go ahead and coat our Boudin balls in the hot Cheetos. So now we're going to go ahead and get our boudin balls dipped into this batter mixture. So we're going to go ahead and dip it in the egg, dip it in the flour, and dip it back into the egg. And then we're going to go ahead and dip it down into our Cheeto mix. And just like this. So into the flour, back into the egg, and then we're going to dip it back into our hot Cheeto dust. So we're going to get it nice and coated. It's going to be a little messy, but let me tell you guys, it is worth it. It is so worth it. So we're going to go ahead and make sure it's nice and covered in the Cheeto. Nice and covered just like that. Once we get it nice and covered, we're going to continue that same process until we get all our boudin balls mixed in. And then we're going to go ahead and pop them in the deep fryer. So this is what they're going to look like when you're done dipping them into the batter. And we're going to go ahead and get them ready and pop them into this hot oil. So now that our oil is nice and hot, let's go ahead and drop our boudin balls into this grease. Yes, it smells so good. These are going to be delicious. So make sure you cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes until they are all the way cooked. So make sure they're cooked all the way through. So about 4 to 5 minutes, they should be perfectly cooked. Just make sure your hot oil is really, really hot, you guys. Make sure it's nice and hot. So when you drop them in, they can immediately start to cook. So now that our hot Cheeto boudin balls are done, we're going to go ahead and take them out. So I'm going to also make a nice little cheese dip so I can dip my boudin balls in it. Ooh, it'd be so good and delicious, you guys. Just get you a can of this cheese sauce, add a little bit of milk to it, mix it up really good, pop it in the microwave to heat it up. Once it's nice and warm, go ahead and use that as your dip so you can dip it in with your boudin balls. And I'm going to tell you, it's so yummy and delicious. So now that our boudin balls are done, let's go ahead and give it a try. Honey, let's taste these. We're going to dip it in that cheese. Ooh, just like that. Looks so delicious. Here, take a bite. Never mind. Look at that. Pop it open. Look at that melted cheese inside of there. Look at it. It's nice and hot. And we're going to go ahead and give it a bite, honey. When I tell y'all this is delicious, ooh, honey, dip it in that cheese. Let's give it a bite. Told y'all. Thumbs up, baby.